especially if I get that autism diagnosis, it's gonna be swarming, bro. Like crazy. I'll be getting like 1,000, baby.
Let's say whenever I cut my pinky off, let's say that.
Dude, I felt my balls.
None of dramatic.
Am I fucking?
I chose to go do that. Now, the main thing we usually get into, which I don't believe we got into last time, bro, was what do you think happens after you die?
What do I think happens after I die?
Yeah.
See, that I'm very torn on because like I don't know if there's an afterlife, but like I don't know. I'm very torn about it. How about you?
No, I mean, like, say, like, someone had a gun to your head right now and he was about to shoot you. What happens after he shoots? What do you think would happen right now?
What do I think realistically would happen, or what? As nothing can get. Like your brain is gone. You have no activity. Like you're not going to see nothing. You're not going to think of nothing. You're not going to feel nothing.
Bro, that's what Chris said. Bro, I can't see it. Not being able to feel nothing. Bro, how can you accept that?
You can't accept it. It'll be like you never existed.
It just boom, and then your whole consciousness is just gone. But so if there is a heaven, what do you think that heaven? Because you gotta think, if there is a heaven, bro, then that heaven would have been around, for eternity, right? Like forever, essentially, right?
I think, yeah, and I think if there is a heaven, it's definitely not, like, for fucking, it's not excluding fucking gay people and people who jerk off and shit. I think if you're a good person, if heaven and hell exists for the bad people that do nothing but fuck people over.
I'm feeling it. There's like multiple reasons why I can't. I can literally argue that God exists and that God does not exist.
Me too.
And it sucks because I mean like I want to be torn towards one. Like I feel like religion was low-key made just to have people not fear death. That's what I think. I think religion.
Yeah, but I do think there is like I think humanity is too like crazy and like too complex for us to just have like just come from it. I think there probably was something behind it, but probably not the God that is depicted in most like modern media.
Look, realistically, this is what I think. I think there's 3 things that could happen. Is, as you said, it's either boom, poof.
Keeping that in.
It's either boom, poof, lights out, like you're no longer nothing, or there's a heaven, but there's but I can't justifiably say that there's a heaven because if there's a heaven and it's been around eternity, bro, you know how many people have realistically died? You know what I'm saying? But also, heaven.
Dude, stop.
Heaven could be determined as like when you die, well, like that's whatever you're thinking when you die is what happens. So say like, listen, what are you doing, bitch? Get the fuck off the cat.
Dude, why would you do that? Garfield, bro.
Listen, I have a really good theory.
Here, come up here so you don't fuck around. Alright,
so heaven can either be described as, like when you die, whatever you're thinking. So say, you have your family, you have your own heaven. Your imagination just believes that your family's there. So you're happily in.
What imagination? Your brain's gone.
But no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just different theories. Like, if there's a heaven and your brain still exists, you know what I'm saying, then you think that there's
your brain doesn't exist. That's a fact.
I'm about to punch you in your shit if you don't let me keep talking. I'm just playing, but whenever you die, you go to your own heaven. Your consciousness, your soul, your soul ascends and you go to your own heaven, and then just people who you want to be there is going to be there. So say you want your mom to be there, she's going to be there, but it's not her soul, it's just her consciousness. And then in her heaven, whenever she dies, she could want you to be there, but you're in your own heaven and she's in her own heaven. Your soul is in your heaven, her soul is in her own heaven, but just her consciousness, just her thought is going to be in your heaven. But realistically, what I think is that you die, you go up there, and if there is a God or any kind of God, it's just reincarnation. Just constantly, you're getting sent back.
That's definitely a big theory.
I
feel like that's definitely the biggest possibility.
Yeah.
It's either reincarnation or what I said, just like nothing
Yeah,
ever was, nothing ever will be.
I feel like it's literally just like 50 Cent, bro. Or not 50 Cent.
50-50?
50, bro. It's either there's reincarnation, you go up, And I heard a really good theory that whenever you die, you go up there and then you get to choose all the hardships you go there. So you remember how, let's say whenever I cut my pinky off, let's say that I chose to go through that. Nothing traumatic, but just I chose to cut my pinky off, and I chose to go through that traumatic experience of me being scared of knives and shit. Not really too scared, but just, you know, like, being more careful around them. Or whatever I went through when I was younger, bro, and it affected my fear of heights. I chose that. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I can't really believe in that because I can't justify just you being able to choose and somehow you forgetting all your memories.
That's weird.
But you know what is weird? People don't think that you could just forget all your memories, but I went through that concussion, and I literally remember like 0 things that happened before the concussion. So
You definitely remember some stuff.
oh no, I mean like if you say it and then I'll start to remember, but I can barely just name shit off. Like most of the shit that I remember right now is stuff that other people have said and shit to me. Like all the memories, but I definitely do remember some shit from our childhood. I definitely do.
Yeah.
So pretty much it was one day and just like a random fucking I don't know. But ever since this shit happened, my life has literally felt like I've been in a movie, like I'm in a TV show, like dead the fuck has, and it's really weird. I can't describe it, but it literally feels like I'm in a TV show. And we was playing 3-yard tag, and it's literally where it's like 3 yards, and Chris hung up this wire, right? And he said it was to either get a homeless person or a cop that was chasing him through the yard or shit. You're not like a homeless person, but like some crazy crackhead type shit that was chasing him through a yard. So he put it up, and he told all the Mexicans, everybody, but he did not tell me. I do not remember him once telling me. And I'm running through that bitch because we were playing tag, and I was it. And I'm running through there trying to get him, bro. And they don't tell me about the wire, but he tells Geraldo, the one that was in front of me. But in front of me, but behind him, so in like the middle of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they both duck. I don't duck. I hit the wire. So I'm running. Look, I'm running. I hit the wire. My head flings. Like watch. My head flings backwards. I get turned around, and my head slams into the concrete right here. I have a video, and if you look at
Where was it?
Right across the street.
Really?
Yeah. And I actually have a video if you don't believe me. I literally got up. I'm like, I just got knocked the fuck out after it happened. Dude, that was not me. That was like me before. Like literally, I consider like that's you know how if there's a timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Right here is the stopping point, and then after that, that's my new life. I genuinely do not feel like the before concussion me is the same me as after the concussion. It's weird as fuck, but I genuinely believe that.
What if you like completely like forgot who I was?
I don't see that happening, bro, because I've known you for a long ass time.
True.
And I feel like I'm glad we started talking again. I feel like after this, we're gonna start hanging out more.
Yeah. Like last weekend and this weekend. It's the hood, bro. It's gunshots. Don't act
Is
like
it gunshots or fireworks? But no, I feel like, bro, I don't feel like I could ever really forget you. Like,
Forgive me?
Yeah.
Oh, forget me.
Yeah,
I thought you said forgive me.
Because I feel like I've been there so much with you because we've been there. Like, look-y, it ain't majorly traumatic shit, but I feel like, bro, I've been there so much. Like, I remember a decent bit of scary. I remember a decent bit of scary shit. Do you remember anything really scary? Like, what do you name some shit, bro? I'm trying to hear this.
Really scary?
I don't remember myself ever being calm, you know. Just not mad. I remember always being mad at the world.
So what'd you do after you got hit? Like, what was the timeline?
So I got hit, and then after I got hit, but you know what's weird is I've heard like 3 different stories from Chris, the Mexicans, and Miguel. So Chris's story was that he found me crawling, he picked me up, and he walked me over there. And originally I thought Chris, like, I fell to the ground, Chris, like, punched me while I was on the ground, so I was gonna beat the fuck out of him.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I thought originally.
What?
But
How'd
then-
you think that?
Because I had a big ass bruise on my head, and even the doctors were like, yeah, I don't see that happening from him falling on the ground. That looks like an assault. That is literally the doctor's words. So, you know, that's obviously what I'm going to take, right? That's the person that, you know, the doctor, you know what I'm saying? You're going to take their word.
Yeah.
So I took their word, and I was just pissed at him, so I was going to beat the fuck out of him, but he was a puss and never really wanted to fight me. And so I never ended up really fighting him.
Did he ever deny it?
Yeah, he said that his story, like, this was his story, that he found, like, he heard something, he walked back there, he found me crawling, so he picked me up, and then I walked up there, and then I have the Snapchat videos from after that. This was 8 p.m. when I recorded these videos, so I'm going to assume the incident happened around 7. So it's 8 p.m. and I pick up my phone and I start recording videos, like, I just got knocked the fuck out. You want to see him?
Yeah, I'll see him.
So I'm recording these videos, and I'm like, I'm having them record me to show me like how fucked up I am. And I'm recording. I'm like, I just got knocked the fuck out. And then I don't remember none of that. I don't remember ever recording these videos. I don't remember the incident at all. I don't remember ever playing tag. I don't remember that day. As far as I can remember, we was camping. Yeah, I don't remember nothing. And then literally, like, I dead ass almost died. Anywhere I walked in the restroom and shit, I had to wear like all this shit and everything. Pre-made Halloween costume. I was fucked up for a while. I didn't go to school for like 2 months straight. But then I ended up going back to the gym, bro, and I started building on muscle. But this is how I really look. Isn't that bad?
That is bad. That is really bad.
Yeah.
I've been there too. I've been real skinny, and that is bad.
Yeah, that's when I realized I needed to change, bro. Cause like literally, I was like 100, almost 98 pounds, bro.
Really?
Yeah. Then I was like, fuck it, bro. I gotta get back into the gym, and you can see my abs start showing, but I was still skinny as fuck. And now you can see me now. I'm better now. Like, bro, it took dead ass like 3 months for me to get my weight back, and I still haven't even been over. I'm literally still like 115.
I know.
But I'm like, I'm mainly muscle, so it doesn't really matter that time. Next story is that I crawled. So Chris never went back there and found me. I ended up crawling to the front, and then that's where everything went down. That's where they found me. All the other Mexicans thought it was fake. They thought it was fake blood on me, but I wiped it, and I was like gushing blood at first. That's why you can see all like, you know how you can see the blood slowly look like this on my face, like I wiped off. I was like wiping all of it off. And then they found me, and then I went up there, and we was talking, and they didn't believe it was real, and then they took me over to my mom's, and then both the stories line up here. Is when I was in the middle of the street, that's where I recorded the video. And this is where I slowly come back. This is as far as I can like remember as for like the story. So we was chilling, and I go inside, and I'm telling my mom, like, you know, what happened, and then this is where I start like kind of rebooting. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is dead ass sounds like like I was rebooting. So my mom tells me, she's like, you kept on asking like the same questions, like what happened, like what happened to me, like I didn't know really what happened. And I thought we were still camping. I thought it was fucking Sunday, but no, it was like, no, I thought it was Friday. I thought we was still going camping. You know what I'm saying? I thought we was about to leave to go camping. But no, it was Sunday, the day we just got back from camping. Like, that was the same day. So I thought we was still, like, we haven't even went camping yet, so I keep asking her this. And this is where I slowly come back. I ask it like 15 times in the matter of an hour. Like, that's how bad my memory kept resetting. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like I kept rebooting. And eventually she's like, okay, we gotta go to the hospital. And this is where me, myself, this is where, as far as I can remember my life, you know what I'm saying? As far as I can remember me being me, you know what I'm saying? I wake up in the truck and my hair is cut. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, my hair was completely cut. Like, they fucking butchered me.
Did they have to do surgery or something?
No, they didn't have to do no surgery. I got my hair cut like 2 days before, and I didn't remember. Cause I'm telling you, this is literally like I didn't know. Like, I woke up from a long ass nap or something. Like, I was in a coma, and I woke up where my hair was cut. I was like, what the fuck? So I wake up and I start getting pissed, and I start crying because, you know, so like, you know, when you get pissed, you start crying when you can't do nothing about it. So I was like, yo, you fucking cut my hair. And then I slowly realized, like, I'm fucked up because I could like, an air would blow out of the side of my lips. So I started realizing I'm fucked up. I'm like, what the fuck happened? And then my mom was like, yeah, you got in a bad accident, and they was like telling me that Chris is the one who put the wire up. So immediately I wanted to beat the fuck out of Chris, right? So that's why I think I get so easily pissed at Chris, is because I'm so, like, because that shit happened. And as soon as I woke up, I wanted to beat the fuck out of Chris. So I go into the doctors, and we're waiting in the room for like 45 minutes, bro. And as far as I can remember, my head's like killing me. Like, I literally couldn't see shit. Like, you know, whenever you make your eyes go blurry, that's literally all I could see. Like, I could see double everything. Couldn't see shit, and then there was blood gushing down my face. I had blood on my shirt, and I still had to wait for like 45 minutes in the weight room. And we was in the weight room, and they put an IV in my arm in the weight room. Literally, while we was in the waiting room, my mom got pissed. She literally ended up calling him. She was like, yeah, they put an IV in his arm in the weight room. You know how unsanitary that is? The fucking weight room, you know, where there's like coughing and everything. So I could have like got a bad sickness. And then we ended up going home after like 3 hours, and we had to see some like doctors after like an hour waiting. And they gave me one ibuprofen. That's all they gave me. And I literally, bro, I was hurting so bad. And I told my mom, I started crying. Like, not like crying, but I was hurt, you know what I'm saying? I was bad as fuck. And I told her, like, yeah, I gotta go home. I can't be here. Cause I was so fucked up. But this is me. Like, this was me. And she understood, so she took me home. And I took the IV out. And I had to take it out myself. They didn't take it out. I took it out myself. How crazy is that?
So
shit?
they sent you home with like a bag?
No, they didn't send me home. We went home because they weren't doing shit. I was just sitting in a room, rotting away. I was dead ass just sitting in a room watching TV, and I literally I texted Chris like 15 times, and I kept on asking him. I'm like, what the fuck happened? And I ended up getting pissed because I didn't even know that the concussion happened. I didn't know that I got fucked up. So I texted him. I'm like, you bitch ass nigga, you went home and didn't match with me. Because I'm in the hospital room, because I'm fading in and out. I'm in the hospital room, and then I thought I was home. Like, I literally thought I was home laying in my bed, so I'm like, you bitch ass nigga. And I thought, like, I went to sleep, took a nap or something. It was bad. You can ask my mom if you don't believe me at all. I told him, like, you bitch ass nigga, you were supposed to match with me, bro. And you didn't, so I called him a bitch and everything. And then he pretty much told me, he was like, bro, you got fucked up. And I asked Miguel, I'm like, bro, what the fuck happened? He's like, Chris set up a wire, you got fucked up.
Is Miguel one of them Mexicans?
Yeah, he doesn't live there anymore, but me and him are still cool. But he told me what happened, and I was finally like, damn, like I got fucked up. So we're chilling, and then I take the IV out, and I go home. And literally, listen to this shit. As soon as I get home, bro, I go to the, I grab a can, poke some holes in it, and I smoke it on bed. As soon as I get home.
So, but when did you find out that she wasn't allowed to smoke?
The very next day.
Really?
Like, we came home, like, this was probably around 3, 4 in the morning. And I went upstairs. This was on Sunday, so I had school the next morning, but obviously I was not going. So I come upstairs, smoke a bong pack, go to bed. I wake up in the morning, and my mom had to stay home with me because I had risk of seizures and shit. Because I ended up banging my head off the ground really fucking hard. I was risk of seizures, risk of throwing up. Literally, I could have died.
Yeah.
Like, I was so close to dying, and I really didn't. And my brain literally ended up bouncing off my skull, coming off the other side, bouncing off the other side, and then just staying in the middle. Luckily, I didn't get a brain bleed. Like, literally, I was running, I smacked my head. It was literally like a rope. Like, I went like I got ricocheted, and then you know how the rope bounces back? Flung me backwards, and I smacked, boom, straight into the concrete. So luckily, I didn't really die. But I ended up smoking a bong pack when I got
So, is there any, like,
evidence?
no, is there, like, any, like, doubt in your mind that Chris's story is not the full
There's
truth?
always gonna be, bro. Like, I wanted to fight him so bad, bro. Like, I was literally, look, I was 105. I was skinny and stuff. Like, I lost all my muscle. You remember how big I was?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
He was fat.
Exactly. That's exactly what I tell people when they tell me, like, no, you were never fat. You was chunky, like, bitch.
He was good chubby.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But
Like,
no.
your cheeks, like, you could definitely tell it in your cheeks. If you go back and watch old videos.
Look, for a while there, bro, I started going down. I went down to first I was 150, then I went down to 145, but I was getting taller, so I got like definition and shit. And then this shit happened, and it fucked me up, bro. I went down to 105. Oh no, I went down to like 101 pounds, almost below 3 digits. And I was literally gonna beat the fuck out of Chris, bro. And then he literally kept on telling me sorry and shit, everything. No, actually, matter of fact, he never told me sorry.
Really?
Not once did he say sorry. He pretty much tried to put the blame on myself, or like it wasn't his fault. Like, motherfucker, you were the one who put up the wire. So I stopped talking to him for like a month, 2 months, and I didn't go to school at all during this time. Literally, this is pretty much why I didn't make no progress in school, because I was just literally at home. But it sucked, bro, because I couldn't smoke, and I took that shit serious because I didn't want to fuck with my brain. And I was at home, I couldn't smoke, couldn't do no schoolwork, I could barely play the game, because that's when my eyes, like, that's what I say, I gotta take a break from the game, because my eyes, like, literally, I can barely go outside without sunglasses. If I do, that's why I gotta look like this, because he fucked up my vision, he fucked up my I don't joke about my equilibrium, he fucked that shit up. Yeah, he fucked me up bad.
But what? But from all the stories that you've been told, what do you think personally happened that day?
So what I think happened is, this is what I really want to believe. This is what I truly think happened. Is we was playing tag, and before this, bro, I ain't gonna cap, I was a bitch to Chris, and no matter what, still, I ain't gonna let no one bitch me, you feel me? Literally, I got a good story after this. But Chris always tried to act tough, but I was the only motherfucker that could be like, bro, you better chill the fuck out. Literally, I'm posting this shit on YouTube. You can call him right now. You could ask his bitch ass, like, would you beat the fuck out of June? He would be like, no, I wouldn't. And I was the only motherfucker that could really put him in his place, so I feel like he hung up that. I don't remember him ever telling me about that wire. I genuinely think he was trying to get someone. I don't know if it was me. I don't know who it was supposed to be. Is my breast ink or something?
No.
Why are you doing that?
I got a little, like, scab.
But yeah, I feel like he was trying to get someone, even if it wasn't me. Like, it's a valid answer that he was trying to get a cop. You know, if a cop was chasing him, that's more charges. Like, that's a attempted murder. But he could have got away. But I don't think it was really meant for me. But I am the unfortunate one that.
Do you think he punched?
I do.
You do?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know.
Why would he do that though?
Because I used to literally bully him because he was a bitch. And I hated, dude, I'm telling you, whenever I stopped talking to you, I hated hanging around with my friends that were bitches. If they was bitches, I was not trying to hang around them. So I would punk them anytime I could. And the motherfuckers that would be like, oh, he's a bitch, and try to stand up to me, I'd dap him up and be like, yo, okay, I'm just making sure. But his pussy ass never did that. He would always be a bitch. But he was cool with the Mexicans, so it's not like I could tell him, no, don't come around here anymore. Mm-hmm. He always came around, so I would just constantly punk his bitch ass. And then finally, bro.
So you think he saw you go down? He was like, "All right, this is my shot, bro."
Yeah, and he fucking punched me one time. But like, you know, punching my foot, like right here, bro. This shit, no matter what, bro, it hurts. I could push it like this, it still fucking hurts.
So like, why do you think the Mexicans would lie then?
I don't think they lied.
You don't think they seen it?
Chris told me that he fucking went back there and got me. The Mexican said. No. Actually, let me get this straight. I have to actually have you talk to him. I'm pretty sure Alex said Chris went back there, and then he came back, but I crawled. He never came back and got me. That's why I genuinely think this motherfucker did a little something shady. Or because in the doctor's professional opinion, they thought I was assaulted.
Yeah, I just don't see like I just don't see why he would do something like that.
I mean, I don't really know what to believe because I couldn't imagine going through that shit again. I would never want to. And you know, actually, the next month is the anniversary for that shit. So. But you know, the worst part was, bro, my neighbor Chulo, he had cameras that pointed like pretty much right towards it. But he ended up getting arrested like the same month.
Really?
So I could never get that footage.
So about a couple weeks ago, bro, I went to the hospital. Did I tell you about this?
No.
I went to the hospital, bro, because I told you about the anxiety. Well, a type of anxiety, health anxiety. Like, bro, it's so horrible. Like, you'll just feel something, like, just slight pain in your arm or something. And your brain will automatically say, bro, you have fucking cancer. You're gonna fucking die here in about a couple months. And, so, I was chilling, and I felt my fucking balls were swollen, bro.
Oh,
like crazy.
And you like a testicular cancer.
Yeah, bro, and it was so bad. And I fucking, so I like, it got to the point, because, like, I looked it up, obviously, as you do. And, it said most people come into that get diagnosed with testicular cancer, come in with feelings of pain, a little bit of, like, pain and heaviness and discomfort in the lower left.
What do you mean heaviness?
Like,
your nuts feel heavy?
Not really, but like you just feel like you just abnormally feel that area. You know what I'm saying? Like you just feel like there's something there, and like they said heaviness and discomfort and the like wherever, like the lower abdomen, wherever you're at. And I was having discomfort and pain, like weird discomfort right here. And I was fucking freaking out, dude. I went to my mom and dad. I started freaking out, and I was like, if it's better tomorrow, we'll go to the hospital or whatever. And then I started like, still doing it, and I was soaked up, and I was like, no, guys, we gotta go to the hospital today. We have to go. And I was freaking out, bro. We got to the waiting room. I was sitting there, and a fucking teacher that went to my school just came in. A fucking attendance lady, bro, and she was like, we looked at each other, and she was like, you go to Franklin Heights? I was like, you work at Franklin Heights? And, but yeah, she was there, and bro, I went, like, I eventually got called in, and I went in there or whatever, and, like, the lady first felt around a little bit, and she says she didn't feel anything crazy, so that kind of calmed me down a little bit. And then she ordered an ultrasound. I had to sit, wait for maybe 15, 20 minutes.
Did the thing on your balls?
Yeah, they put a gel on, and I thought the gel was going to be cold as fuck. It's actually, like, hot. Like, hot. And, like, they put it on this, like, little, like, almost looks like a...
I gotta ask this. How did they have you hold your dick? Like, they had you hold your dick?
No, here's what happened. They gave me 2 sheets. They gave me 2 sheets. They said, only make it to where your balls are visible. And so what I did was I put a sheet over my legs, and I pulled my pants down all the way, and I pulled it up, and I put a sheet.
You pulled it up so you had it like this.
Yeah, and I pulled a sheet over it. So all that was there was my balls.
Like your balls and your asshole.
No, my asshole wasn't visible. All that was visible was my balls.
So like you had a sheet right here covering your asshole. So it was pretty much just like this.
Yeah, just like that.
So you had your balls right there.
And she would put this shit on.
It was a girl.
Yeah.
You didn't get a bone.
No, I was too worried. I was super scared. I'm not even fucking with you.
Oh shit.
Oh.
No, go ahead.
I'm not, but like I was super scared, bro. And she put the gel on the fucking thing, and like, you know, in Rick and Morty, that fucking portal gun, bro.
Yeah.
The end of it kind of looked like that, okay?
Yeah.
And she put it over it, and bro, it was so awkward. It was like 20 minutes of her just taking pictures, just putting it in different spots.
Of your balls.
Yeah, just to
Of
put.
your ball sack.
Yeah.
Of your sack.
No, not of the inside of my
Oh,
balls.
I was like, bro.
And she would sit there, and she would like just move it around, take a picture here, move it around, take a picture there, move it around, take a picture here, move it around, take a picture there. And this was like 20 minutes. I was like, are you done? Like, I was like, it was awkward as fuck. But at the same time, I was anxious. And yeah, she moved it around. She took both of them. Like,
Was she feeling with her hands?
no, she would just go like this.
Did she use her hand at all?
No, she just look at the thing, and she just boop, and you hear the click of the picture taken. She goes. She took about 100 pictures, and I was scared to even look at it, bro, because like she was like, all right, put your pants back on or whatever, and
All
so
right, put your dick away.
So like she left the room, and I put on, and I saw the like pictures right there. I didn't even want to look at them. I closed my eyes, grabbed my phone, and walked out. That's how fucking scared I was. So then like we get to and then she's like, they'll call you in and tell you your results, and I'm like, wait, the fuck do you mean they're telling me your results? You don't know if I have cancer or not? And she's like, no, it'll be about 45 minutes. And I'm like, what, bro? So then I'm sitting there, and bro, the anxiety is fucking through the roof. I'm sitting there in the hospital, fucking, it gets to like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. At this point, I'm bawling my eyes out in the fucking waiting room. Just fucking dying, bro. Like, oh my god, I want to know what the fuck's going on with me, bro. I gotta get out of here. I was just fucking, it was the worst fucking feeling I've ever experienced in my life. I was just, like, I thought they was taking extra long because they didn't want to tell me that I had testicle cancer. And so,
trying to figure out, like, oh, you gotta tell me.
yeah, and then, so, like, I told my mom, like, I'm genuinely about to walk out this fucking door. And she fucking walked up, and she told them, and then maybe, like, and, like, they saw how worked up I was. Like, I was fucking screaming, crying. Like, it was bad, bro. I didn't know what to think, because, like, I was just sitting there and waiting to find out if I was gonna, like, if I had a fucking death, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. Like, I mean, I can imagine just being like, oh my god, my balls.
And, like, so I was just sitting there fucking, like, crazy anxiety, dude. And eventually they call me back, and she's like, I hope it's some good news. And so I walk in, bro, and I'm pacing around the room probably about 100 times, not even gonna cap. And then I'm sitting there talking to my mom, and she's like, hopefully it's good news and stuff. And then she walks in, and she's like, how you guys doing? I'm like, not good at all, man. I'm freaking out. And she's like, why are you freaking out? I'm like, I think I have testicle cancer. I really do think I have cancer. She's like, you don't have cancer. And then, like, the relief that was lifted off my shoulders, bro, was like a fucking bird. Flew off my fucking back, bro. I promise, dude. I was like, thank God. And she's like, it is. The left one's a little inflamed, and like you said, the right one does have a cyst on the top. But other than that, you're fine. And I was like,
what is a cyst?
A cyst, a little bump. So like,
There was a little bump on your dick?
yeah, on my right ball.
Why?
I don't know. It's still there to this day.
Let me see.
No, bro.
That's fucking crazy. That shit didn't hurt enough?
No, it didn't. It don't hurt. And like, the cyst, I kind of knew it was a cyst because like I monitored it throughout like 5 months. And when I first felt the bump, what?
Can I get a cyst on one?
Yeah, it normally, like, if it's on the top, that normally says that it's a cyst. but like, yeah, mine's straight on the top.
Can you see it? Like, can you see it? Like,
If I pushed it against my skin, yeah, I could see it.
damn, bro.
But yeah, it's just a little
Like,
cyst.
if you're fucking a bitch and she's like, oh, I can feel that cyst.
No, it's not on my cock. It's on my right nut. And she was like, yeah, but like I knew it was a cyst because like it was like 5-6 months that I've had this before I went to the hospital. But when I first felt it, I had that same anxiety, bro.
How does it go away?
It doesn't go away. It just stays there.
Forever.
Yeah, I knew it
You have
was
that cyst on your dick till you die.
probably, yeah. It's not on my dick. Where you getting this information?
You're gonna have that cyst on your nut till you die.
Yeah, but like I knew it was a cyst because it was there for like 5-6 months and didn't grow at all. So like at that point I wasn't worried about that. I was worried that my left testicle was 7-10 times the size of my right one. And she said, yeah, you have a little bit of inflammation and we're gonna give you antibiotics to be safe. And I took antibiotics and it was fine. It was bad. All right, smoke break.
$450 a month is great. Like dead ass every single month.
I still get my check, yes.
How long would you go to get that check?
What?
How long would you go to get that check?
Forever. Especially if I get that autism diagnosis. Then I'll be getting like 1,000, baby.
Shit, what?
Fuck. I already planned about Pearson's, but Hayden spilled the beans and said Pearson's mom and grandma don't fuck with me and they've been talking shit about me. So like, no, that's not an option.
Damn.
So I guess this is an option
Does
then.
mom and dad have health insurance?
Yeah.
Or life insurance?
Life insurance? No.
So when they die, you don't get shit.
I get what they have in their bank account.
$32. So if they died right now, you only get $32. God.
So like Kurt, all the shit about like, so like, bro, I kept that secret about him fucking his brother for a long time.
You fucked his brother.
Bro, what? This is news?
I feel like, yeah, this is pretty new.
This is news to you.
It wasn't a stepbrother or what?
Stepbrother, yeah. This is news to you?
Like what? Like they fucked
This
in
is
the
definitely
ass?
the
Hold on.
concussion right here.
Yeah, but like.
Because
hold on.
I've told you
They
this a
fucked
long
like
time.
in the ass.
Yes, promise.
Like a penis and asshole. Who, like, bro, who told you this?
I seen it with my own eyes.
Like you woke up and saw it?
No, I walked in and saw it.
And what'd you do?
I fucking said, what the fuck? And then, like, I remember I saw it, and then, like, I went back, I took a breath, and then I went down, and I looked at his mom just on the phone, just talking like nothing was going on. And, like, that freaked me out, and I was like, bro, this is weird as fuck. And then I went in his room, called my mom and dad, and then
Like they was fucking while you was calling your mom and dad.
in the playroom. Yeah. And it was really traumatic with me. And like it really does sound like I'm lying. I'm not even gonna cap. It
No,
really,
I feel like you have definitely said this story.
I have. I told you the story before. But like it was so traumatic to me, bro. Like
I don't even know what I would do.
it was so fucking weird. And he was being like, bro, just join in, dude. Swear to God.
He was like, just join in and come get fucked in the ass.
Yeah. He was like, bro, I wish you would just join in, dude. Cause like when I seen it, I just froze. Cause I didn't know what to do.
Like both of them were just ass naked.
Yeah, and he was on top of him. Yeah. Like,
Curtis was getting his asshole ridden.
no, I think yeah, Kurt was on top of him. And
Like he was fucking him. But like I'm not bad for intruding, but like I'm just trying to.
he was laying on. John was laying on the floor, and Kurt was laying on top of John.
getting his asshole pounded by John.
No, him pounding John. So like that was I sat there and froze, and he was like, "So you just go sit there and not join in, bro? Come on, join in, dude." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I left. I went and looked at his mom on the phone, just oblivious. And then I went and called my dad and left. And then right before my dad got here, they came in and was like, "Bro, don't. And but like, bro, what's wrong? And I was like, what do you mean? And I didn't even say nothing.
Poor Casey.
Like, bro, it's like, and so, fast forward a few years. This is after like, me and Kurt just like stopped hanging out, cause like I kind of still hung out with him cause I felt bad, and like he was kind of still a cool dude, like, you know what I'm saying. But like, a little bit after that, I stopped hanging out with him because I was sleeping at his house, bro. And I'm sleeping, and all of a sudden, I'm sleeping in his bed, and I feel fucking a tug on my on my waist, like pulling my ass towards him.
That nigga was about to fuck your ass over. Him and John was about to sneak you.
And I pushed it away, and then the next day, like, I feel weird. I go to sleep. I wake up. I feel weird as fuck. I go to fucking Don's and Caden's, and I tell them what happened and shit. And Evan was there, Don, Caden, and Evan, and I told them what happened or whatever, and they was like, bro, that's weird as fuck. He's gay as fuck. If I see him, I'm beating his ass. So guess what? We go over to Warren to buy weed off of my boy Dylan, and then guess who we see walking over to West Broad? Kurt. So he's like, oh, watch, we get the weed. So, and then he sees us, obviously. I don't know why he still went to West Broad. He went to West Broad, and it was me, Don, Caden, and Evan, alright? And, so, we see him cut up into the fucking West Broad. And so, we get the weed, we go up, we turn down this little alley, and we get right into West Broad, and we see him or whatever. And we confront him. Donovan's sitting there just playing basketball with him, acting like everything's cool. And then I start confronting him. Like, I'm like, why are you doing that shit? And he's like, and you know what he said when I confronted him about tugging me? Like, he was like, you could have just said that to me, not in personal, not just in front of everybody. And then guess what I said? There's a fucking dude and his daughter. And I said, and at least I'm not the one who fucked his stepbrother. And I announced it, basically screamed it. And he was like, oh, I'm beating your ass. So that's how you know for sure it's for real. As soon as I said it, he said, oh, I'm beating your ass. And then guess what? So then Caden and fucking Evan started talking to him. And he called Caden started calling him a bitch and shit. And he said, you're a bitch. That's why. Before that, he called Evan a bitch, right? And I thought, and Evan, he's a Mexican dude, a big old Mexican. And I thought he was just going to straight up go on with him as soon as, because you don't call Evan a bitch. I got knocked out by that dude because I tapped his ass. That's a different story, though, that I'll tell right after this. But, dude, fucking, Evan, I thought Evan was just going to kill him right there, right? But then he started talking to Caden, and he was like, bro, you're a bitch. And he was like, Caden was like, you're a bitch, bro, or something like that. I don't remember exactly what he said. But he said, you're a bitch, bro, or something like that. And he said, you're a bitch. That's why, if I'm a bitch, he said something like, you're a bitch. That's why you won't fight me. And he was like, all right, yeah, we're fighting. He takes his hoodie off. He goes up. He squares up with him. Caden throws a fucking haymaker, bro. And Kurt puts a basketball up there. It blocks it. Basketball goes flying. If he would have hit that, he would have knocked Kurt the fuck out. And then he fucking starts throwing. They throw a few punches. Kurt's like, oh, I'm kicking. He says, oh, I'm kicking when he's fighting. Why would you say, oh, I'm kicking? And so Caden's like, fuck you, I'm kicking. Caden kicks his leg out from under him and then punches him real good. And you could see as soon as he punched him, his fucking face started swelling up. As soon as he punched him, it was that good of. And he's like, all right. Kurt was like, all right, I'm done. So then me, Don, and Caden start basically running and walking off, right? And we were like, where the fuck is Evan, bro? And we look back, and Kurt's on the floor, and Evan's just pounded the fuck out of him. I was like, dude, I knew he wasn't gonna let that bitch slide, bro. He just was going pa pa pa. Kurt was on the floor like this, and Evan was just throwing them at him. It was fucking wild.
Bro, you know what's crazy, bro? I saw Kurt at my old job at the YMCA, bro. And he was just so silent.
Bro, but thing is, but like here's the story about Evan punching me. So what happened? They try to say, like, the people, Hayden and Evan, the people that I was hanging out with, like, I ain't cool with no more, tried to say that I didn't know Evan like that, so tapping his ass was, like, very out of pocket. But at the same time, like, we all did that to each other. Like, when we was walking down the stairs, Caden would fucking wind up all the way, bro, and slap me as hard as he fucking could in the ass. It just fucking send me, bro. And like, it was like, so like, I thought it was normal with the friend group, you know what I'm saying? So I sit there and I tap Evan in the ass, and he comes up and he starts like squaring up to me, and he's like, "The fuck, bro?" He said, "Do it again, I'ma punch you." And then he throws at me, and I flinch, and then he fucking punches me. I didn't even do it again. He says, "Do it again, I'm gonna punch you," and then he punched me. So, bro, he fucking throws it at me. It hits me right in my eye, and I fucking fall to the floor. And I'm like, I can't, like, I'm out for about a couple seconds, right? And then, like, I'm basically, like, stuck to the ground for about 30 seconds probably. And, like, I'm sitting there, like, and they fuck with me. To this day, they fuck with me because I said my eye hurts, I can't get up. So they're like, "How you can't get up because your eye hurt?" I don't know, bro. I was fucking knocked out and my eye hurt and I couldn't get up at the same time. I was just saying it. It wasn't correlation. Correlation does not equal causation, okay? But like, yeah, that's how that happened. And like, if Pearson was there, he told me it. To this day, Pearson said if he was there, Evan would, like, it would not have went that. Like, Pearson would have fucked him up.
If I was there, bro, I would have helped him too. I ain't gonna care.
They just sat there and watched, looked at me. Don was there.
Yeah, Don ain't no. He said that he didn't like your girlfriend, bro. But you know, if I was there, bro, I got you. Ever since, bro, tell me I didn't have your girlfriend.
Yeah, remember when I got jumped that one time?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Bro, what? This fucking pisses me off, dude.
This is Chris's fault that I can't remember this.
Nah, this pisses me off. Cause you was this should be a big memory of yours, bro. So I guess.
With money?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that shit, bro.
Yes.
Was I there? Was I helping or anything?
So you remember it, but you don't like remember it.
I remember the people that was there.
I'll tell you the exact story. It was me, you, Gabe, Don.
Gabriel.
Yeah. Gabe, Don. Jacob, maybe. Jacob, I think Jacob was there. Was he? Potentially. Jacob was potentially there. And I guess, like, Chase and Money and another little light-skinned kid. No, it wasn't Chase. Chase wasn't part of it. Chase didn't jump me. It was Money, and I know his name. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't figure it out.
Jordan.
It's not Jordan.
It was Jordan.
It's not Jordan.
It was Jordan.
It's not Jordan.
Because Jordan used to go to CCA.
It's not Jordan. I know for a fact it's not Jordan. It was something else. But Money and his little friend, and like they was talking shit or something. I don't know what made us think, but we all walked up to the alley to Chase's house where they was, and they was jumping on the trampoline, and we started like fucking around saying some shit or whatever because they was talking shit or whatever. And then, bro, they started chasing us, and we all started fucking running, bro. And then my fucking clumsy ass fucking stumbled over, and they started kicking my ass, and they fucking split my back open, bro. And you and you and Don, I think, were the only ones. Was it Don?
No, it was me and someone else. It was not Don.
Was it Jacob?
No.
It wasn't
No,
Gabe.
I think it was Don. I think it was.
I think it was Don. I think you and Don was the ones who came back and looked at me and like actually got
We
me.
was gonna come back and help you, but they already ran off.
Yeah, they already ran off.
Bro. Give me some real ones. That's funny as fuck.
I remember, bro. I remember. Y'all ran back. Y'all came back and they was gone and y'all just looked at me, bro. I remember. I remember it clear as day. Y'all just sat there and looked at me.
It was just like,
What the fuck?